Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. Joining us right here is Dave Zwick from the Conway Scenic Railroad. Dave, how are you today?
I'm doing absolutely fabulous. How about yourself?
Can't complain. It's a perfect day, perfect Father's Day here in the Mount Washington Valley, and probably a perfect day to go ride a train, I would think.
Absolutely, especially when you think about Father's Day, it reminds me of a story of how I was actually introduced to the Conway Scenic Railroad. Now, we just recently purchased it,
Right.
January 30th. We had the closing, and I sort of look at this. My wife and I are looking at this as a mom and pop operation. It's really our retirement, so we plan to be here for many years to come. So anyways, back in the day when I was a little kid, probably about 40 years ago at this point, my mom and dad brought me up to see the Old Man in the Mountain, and Dad was always good for picking up brochures.
Yeah.
So he came over and he said, "Dave, look, there's a new railroad. Do you want to go?" And of course the answer was absolutely, because it's something that I've loved trains since I could barely walk.
Yeah.
So anyways, we drive down to the Conway Scenic Railroad, and we ended up missing the last train of the day. So I was like, oh, the look of disappointment must have been pretty significant. So, Mom and Dad, they really didn't have a lot of money at the time. So we actually stayed over in the car at a rest stop because they didn't have money for a motel for that evening.
Yeah.
To ride the train the next day.
Oh, wow.
So that was that's my introduction to the Conway Scenic Railroad. And never as a little kid would I ever think that I could actually own the Conway Scenic Railroad or anything
Right.
even like that. So, when you think about it, it's like this incredible dream come true for me to be able to be here in the valley and sitting here with you today, sharing this with you. But anyways, so when you look at that tie-in back to Father's Day, dads are there making your life special, and my father certainly did for me.
Absolutely.
And now, for today, we're trying to make the fathers that visit us their lives a little bit more special. If if they have coach seat ticket for a child or multiple children, the father rides free.
Great.
And then for a little bit better experience, on first class, if they have a paying adult, the dad rides free for that. And on that, you also have some free hors d'oeuvres, so it kind of makes it a little bit more special.
We like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, one of the things that I love about the Conway Scenic Railroad and the trains is you've got the first class cars, and then you have the coach cars, and then you have the open cars, and so you have your choices. So it's not like you're just said, okay, this is your seat. You have those choices. If you want the wide open car, you have that ability. On a day like today, it's a perfect day for that. But then there might be other days where you want to have the enclosed car and the dining cars and everything else. So the variety, I think, is probably pretty unique, I would imagine, for scenic trains.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely not a cookie cutter kind of experience.
Right.
We want to go and add the amenities that a specific family might want. And the other thing that really makes it special is that, when you look at our train station, the whole terminal, the station's there, it's an 1870s building, survived all these years. It's truly amazing. When you look at the roundhouse with the turntable, the freight house, the whole facility managed to survive all these years.
Absolutely.
And then you look back, and the founder of the Conway Scenic Railroad back 44 years ago is Dwight Smith. He had a vision, and he really had a vision when you think about it. Bought a steam locomotive without actually owning a railroad to run it on. That's a man after my own heart.
Yeah.
But that kind of vision saved the railroad, and that provided the opportunity that we have today to carry his vision on into the future. And that really is something special.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think if you haven't been into the train station, that is worth a trip. Just go into the train station, classic old building, the spiral staircases or the curved staircases that you have, and just a beautiful, beautiful building. And then you go out and then you can ride a train.
Yeah, and when you think about it, even like the E. Howard clock that's upstairs, I mean, that's an original clock to that building. We actually had some folks that have reached out to us because they want to see the clock.
Yeah.
The original mechanism, and that's been keeping time for over 100 years.
Right.
Truly amazing.
Yeah, truly amazing. And then, like we said, hop on the train. You've got a couple different excursions going on this time of year.
Actually, we have 3 different excursion offerings. There's a 55-minute round trip to Conway. If you have little kids, that's probably a good choice because their attention span might not be the longest. then we do have an hour and 3/4 trip to Bartlett. I usually recommend that because it's a little bit more leisurely pace. You've got great scenery going to Bartlett, and if you're taking advantage of our dining option, you've got a little extra time. Now, the ultimate trip is to Crawford Notch.
Absolutely.
That is about a 5.5-hour trip, and that is really like stepping back in time, experiencing the late 40s, 1950s transcontinental railroad experience, but you're doing it in the matter of 5.5 hours.
Right.
So it's really something unique.
And of course, you know, when you're going up through the Notch, you're traveling over some amazing trestles. You're hugging the side of the mountain. It's, again, another very unique experience. And of course, that's one of the most popular ones in the fall.
Absolutely. You know, fall foliage season on the Conway Scenic Railroad is really incredible. And I would encourage anybody that's interested in participating and joining us then to book now, because we do have some sellouts already.
Sure,
and,
I believe that.
Yeah, because people worldwide actually come to the Conway Scenic Railroad. It's incredible. I talk to folks on the station platform, and you know, they might be from Germany or from Asia, you know, all over the place, and it's really amazing that they find the Conway Scenic Railroad out of all the opportunities in the world to take a train ride.
Absolutely. And you know, we were talking about it before we came on, and you know, I've been a fan of trains since I was a little kid, and having a train right in town. Just the other night I was at home and I heard the whistle, and it's one of those things that it's so cool knowing that train is just traveling just a few miles from my house. And you know, we get that all the way through the valley, and you're building some new stops, I hear.
Yeah, we are. First time ever. We're actually constructing a stop at Attitash Mountain Village, and that way our guests can get off and enjoy the amenities on the Attitash Mountain.
That's great.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely fabulous. You know, and my wife and I, you know, we've been vacationing here for 25 years, and we'd be up on the mountain slide, you know, enjoying the day, and the train would be going by.
Yeah.
Oh wow, how cool! And then we're always thinking, geez, it'd be nice if it would stop. So now we've got the ability to go and actually make that a reality. So,
that's great.
So we're really looking forward to that.
That's exciting. Now, if people want some more information, of course, you have a great website. Gives you all the information, which is it's ConwayScenic.com. Okay, I was thinking there was an RR in there. So ConwayScenic.com. I was just on the website earlier because and checking out very easy to find the information that you want, finding which trains you might want to go on, what the times are, and the schedule and everything else. Plus, lots of great pictures. So definitely check that out, ConwayScenic.com. And I would also recommend swing on down to the station and chat with the folks there and just walk around that station. You're going to want to get on the train.
Yeah, it's truly an immersive experience when you look at it, and you know, our staff is absolutely wonderful. I mean, we've actually had people that have worked there for 44 years.
Yep.
So when you come up to the property, just you know, have a nice chat, and we'll be happy to help you.
Well, that sounds great. Well, Dave, thanks so much for coming by and you know, learning so much about the Conway Scenic Railroad. I mean, I know some, but I know there's a lot more to learn about it. And so, good luck, and I'm sure we're going to see you back here.
Sounds great.
And we'll find out some even more stuff about the Conway Scenic.
Perfect.
And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.